And my immediate thought is it's too comfortable. The Crafts spent zero time this offseason trying to be uncomfortable. It looked like they were trying to make this search at least legit. Nope, not legit. This thing was been set from the start. Mike Vrabel, Josh McDaniels, and it sounds like there will be a new defensive coordinator with ties to Mike Vrabel. But I don't know, a defensive lineman? A defensive line coach being named the defensive coordinator? How'd that work out last year? So my immediate thoughts on Josh McDaniels becoming the new offensive coordinator, was there ever a search? They wanted this thing done quickly, and people have criticized me for continuing to talk about Gerard Mayo and last year being swept under the rug. Tell me that this isn't the case still. They wanted this thing done fast, and now here it is. So you have Josh McDaniels running the offense with Drake May and Mike Vrabel running the defense, essentially, for the Patriots. And I'm sure all the fans are going to be like, yeah, this is great. They don't really. We just played the cut from a Mike Reese interview who just happened to hint the fact that imagine those two personalities together. Has anyone considered this? Mike Vrabel, not afraid to back down from anybody, and Josh McDaniels, who is not liked anywhere. Yet that's the perfect combo? That's the perfect combo. I am completely out on this. I didn't want Mike Vrabel here because of the future of the quarterback. What is his impact on the quarterback? I know that Josh McDaniels has worked with Mac Jones. We all know what he's done with other quarterbacks outside of Brady, whether it's been Garoppolo, whether it was Jacoby Brissett, whatever. He has a good track record of it. No doubt about it. But how do you think this thing's going to work? Third time's the charm? Is that it? I'm actually curious how Patriots fans feel about this, because to me, it's too comfortable for the Crafts. It's too comfortable for them. They never did a real search. Vrabel was like, did they really hire Vrabel? It's more like Vrabel was like, all right, I'll come to you. You're going to pay me $14 million a year. Great. Speaking of money, is Josh McDaniels getting paid by the Patriots at all? No one interviewed Josh McDaniels. Why? He's going to get paid a boatload of money from the Raiders. Does anybody remember Josh McDaniels and the Raiders? Or is that just swept under the rug too? They hated him in the locker room. Ask Devontae Adams about that. Go ask him. Josh McDaniels did not work out with the Raiders. Yes, he's been here multiple times now. His third. Again, third time the charm. If he's here to work with Drake May and build it all around Drake May, he has a great resume of doing so. That's not where I start. I look at the personalities of Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels. Is that thing going to work out? Is that what Mike Vrabel truly wanted, or is it comfortable for the Crafts? Yeah, Josh McDaniels knows his stuff when it comes to offense. And Mike Vrabel's had success in the league. But now it's just they come together and it's all going to work out and they're right back in the race. I know Washington did that. But Washington took a little bit of a chance, right? They found that young up-and-comer who has been a head coach who failed. And look at them now. If you want to say the same about Josh McDaniels, I'm sorry, but he's had zero success anywhere else. A lot of people like this move. I'm already getting tweets about it. People are always saying, great, he's back. The Patriots, this coaching search, were never comfortable of being uncomfortable. They never truly looked around the league to talk to the best names and the best schemers out there, the guys that are on the rise. What happened to the next Sean McVay article I saw today that the Patriots are interviewing? Nope. They went with Vrabel, who they know, McDaniels, who they know. Cue up the banners, everybody. It's so comfortable. It's all going to work out. I'm telling you right now, the Vrabel-McDaniels dynamic, it could get really ugly. And in the end, we were told that Mike Vrabel is in charge, right? We were told Mike Vrabel has final say. Do you really think Mike Vrabel's first choice was Josh McDaniels? I am out on that one. Now, could Josh McDaniels, who's been here twice and been very successful and made Mac Jones a Pro Bowler, like if you want to use that, have at it, Haas. And just quite frankly, Josh McDaniels really wanted Lamar Jackson in the draft, and they passed on him. This is the first time Josh McDaniels actually gets to work with a quarterback with a skill set like Drake May. And I'm sure that's what's intriguing to Josh McDaniels about coming back. He's never been able to work with a guy like this. Never. So I'm sure that's intriguing. I'm sure to Patriots fans, that's intriguing as well. I'm going to stand by it. I don't think this was a Mike Vrabel call. I don't think he's really getting paid by the Patriots at all, which I do think is a big thing. You know? Like he was with the Raiders and he failed. He was with the Raiders and it failed. Devontae Adams' quote was, his offense only works with a good quarterback. So we're just all assuming that Drake May and Josh McDaniels are just going to work out. I'm just giving you my instant reaction to it. Because a lot of people don't like what I got to say about it. So the phone number is 617-779-0985. Just, we all know the personality of Mike Vrabel, right? You've seen the personality of Josh McDaniels. It's just going to work out, right? Like, that's just going to work out. It doesn't matter because Drake May's here. I think it's going to be a problem. Skaz, how you doing, buddy? You're back. I was here the other night when the Celtics won a game and, it was ho-hum after the game. And then I worked last night with Kendra while Notre Dame was trying to cover. They didn't. But I never wanted Mike Vrabel to be the next head coach of the Patriots because I thought about the quarterback. So now that Josh McDaniels here, I hate the Mike Vrabel move even more. But I guess what do you like and don't like about the move of Josh McDaniels?
Yeah, I don't love it, Joe, and I think the Vrabel thing has a lot to do with it. You were, more anti-Vrabel than I was. I think, he's a massive upgrade over Mayo. I do think it's a step in the right direction, but when you're hiring McDaniels, that does feel like a Kraft move. That does feel like Mike Vrabel is already being, lorded over, whatever you want to say, that he doesn't have the total control we thought he was going to have. I just can't imagine that Mike Vrabel, who was with Cleveland, learning from them, Stefanski, those guys, has been around, that his first choice with the young, Drake May, all the talent in the world, is Josh McDaniels. I just have a tough time believing that was Mike Vrabel's first choice. He certainly wouldn't have been mine. And I get why Patriots fans like Josh McDaniels, because Josh McDaniels is nostalgia. He is a reminder of the good times for Patriots fans. He's a reminder of Tom Brady, the fixer, when everything was good and right with the Patriots. I just have a hard time thinking that Josh McDaniels was the best, that he was the best option available, because he wasn't. Josh McDaniels is a guy that Patriots fans are comfortable with. That's a word you've used often already in the show, Joe, and I think the Crafts were very comfortable with him. This was not a risk. This was a very safe choice. This is not a guy that's a flight risk, and I think that's kind of that's a knock on McDaniels. That's a negative. Patriots fans look at that and say, oh, well, here's a guy that's going to be here for 3 to 5 years with Drake May. And they view that as a good thing. I think you should get the best guy available, a guy that other teams would be interested in. I don't want a guy that no one else in the NFL wants to touch with a 10-foot pole because of his track record as a head coach and, with his relationship with players. So I think the McDaniels move is very safe. It's very comfortable. It reminds me of the Vrabel move. It seems like they are making moves more to not ruffle feathers, more to keep things kind of status quo and not upset anybody. So do I think McDaniels is an upgrade over AVP? Sure. Even though I thought Drake May did progress this year and Joe Milton certainly looked really good in his game. I thought AVP was kind of the scapegoat of the whole thing. But if you want to say Vrabel and McDaniels is an upgrade over Mayo and AVP, sure. No one is arguing that point.
Is that where we're at now?
Exactly. That's kind of where I'm going, Joe. That's what you want? You want to just be better than, what was Mayo and AVP? That's not a very high bar.
Yeah, so that's where I was weeks ago when I mentioned this is the succession plan. Like, the 83-year-old man that owns the team thought Gerard Mayo was going to be the successor to the greatest coach of all time. It didn't work out. They hire Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels to take over. Like, that's the story, Skaz. That's the story. And you know what it is? It's a Band-Aid is what it is. It's a Band-Aid. And we haven't seen a game yet. We haven't seen any free agency yet. But we're here to react now about it. That's what we're here for. I already got, doesn't Vrabel get to pick his coordinators? I don't know. Does he? Does he? Was this Vrabel's first choice or was this Kraft's? That's a valid question to ask. Here's another one I got. The Patriots are like a rock band who are reuniting without their lead singer. Vrabel and McDaniels are nothing without Tom Brady. It's so vanilla and so boring. I'm not going there. I do think that McDaniels is truly interested in working with Drake May. Duh. Josh McDaniels has never worked with a quarterback with the skill set of Drake May. All those things are true. He's been out of the game for a couple of years. He was absolutely hated with the Raiders. I don't think Vrabel and McDaniels are going to mesh. That's just my opinion. I don't know anything about anything they'll do on the field. It could probably work. My thoughts is that they don't. They're two huge personalities. Two big jerks, from what I heard. Like cool guys. But McDaniels, I've really never heard a cool thing about him. Vrabel, I heard he's this guy. Okay. One's running the offense, one's running the defense. I guess that's everyone's happy about it. Another one here. I'm not in favor of McDaniels returning at all. But to say Vrabel wouldn't have chosen him is not correct. Yeah, there were plenty of rumors about it. Where were the rumors coming from? Yeah, Vrabel's putting those rumors out there? By the way, where do you think people are getting all these leaks? Where do you think Kirk Minahan is getting the leaks before anybody else? There's a leak in the building. So stop saying it's Vrabel. It's the Patriots leaking this stuff out. He's got it first every single time because somebody in that building is giving it to him. Congrats, Kirk. Great. Great for you. But there's a leak in the building for the Patriots. So stop saying that it's everything else in newspapers. It's coming from the Krafts. That's where it's coming from. Drives me crazy. Oh, well, it was leaked out in the newspapers back in December. From the Krafts. There's a leak in the building. There's a leak in there. Come on now. There's a leak. And they're spilling it all to him. And then he's telling everybody. And everyone's going back with their sources. And it's always true. There's a leak in the Patriots building.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from my show, The Joe Murray Show, here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.